All right, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. Um, I did my website and it goes as follows. It's fifth grade math with a nice introduction. It's based off of decimals. Read, write, compare decimal numbers to the thousand place, round, and perform operations with decimals to the hundredth place to solve relevant mathematical problems. So, I use this for material needed, and then you have your instructions, and then here's my link for my Nearpod. And then the process of clicking on it, it will navigate you to the actual Nearpod lesson. You will enter your name, first and last name, as well as the interaction of having to go through the Nearpod and then the drag and drop assessment. And then following that, I do have my announcements and updates. Uh, Updates are kind of old. When I initially did that, it was back in March. We can always navigate back to home. And then submit the teacher portion right here as well. Get in touch with me on this page as well as the home page. Then you have my code. Click on the link, the interactive tool number one. And then you can do the assignment live or you can play solo or you can use it as a study guide to study. All right, it's one of the questions right here. You just answer it and then hit submit. It lets you know if it's correct or incorrect. You can navigate back home. Here we have the Padlet, and then the Padlet gives you an overall introduction of the entire assignment so the person can navigate in and out. And then at times, if you do get lost and you can't get back to this page, you can always stay with the Padlet. And the Padlet to navigate you having practices here, as well as online manipulative tools here, your formative here, the slides of introduction of decimals and conversions of fractions here. Um, The Kahoot, you can also ask here. It's a gamification lesson plan, as well as the participation grade here when you do click on the Padlet. And then you also have the formal quiz if you would like to test your abilities and knowledge in decimals and fractions. You can go to this formal quiz. It's about 6 questions. It's not too long, it's not too difficult. It's more so of an assessment to see how did you do on your own. The lesson plan here, you can click on it, and the students as well as parents will be able to understand the flow of how we will go over each topic. Here also, once again, you'll have a link that'll give you manipulatives, your place value decimal chart you can use. I would advise you to print out. Very, very, very helpful, especially when dealing with decimals. And then here's the also more formatives if you would like to print out a few shades, a few pages, excuse me, a few pages of things that are related to decimals and how can they be related or how can they be correlated with the usage of everyday life. We can always just navigate right back. All right. And then once you're done, we have the mission statement still here. If you need to contact me, like I said, my information is on this page as well as this page. All right. If you have any complications, if you do click on the link, it will automatically copy my email. One thing I always advise my students, especially in my classroom, if you want to send an email through a different email than your default email, you can always just right click and then copy the email, and it'll copy right there. And then that pretty much sums up my overall look and appeal of my Flip Classroom website.